how long. We've got a report coming out of Russia right now. I want to thank one of our friends there on YouTube who sent me the message in the comments that the Russians have actually claimed to have destroyed a Leopard 2 tank, a German Leopard 2 tank, with a German crew on board. They captured the German mechanic alive. The rest of the soldiers that were on board were killed. It states right here, when we stopped another meat assault and hit with the ATGM, a Leopard, we moved towards the burned armor in the hope of taking a talker. We found the mechanic driver of the tank was seriously injured and the rest had died. The mechanic, when he woke up and saw us, started shouting, "Night Scheiben, don't shoot," in German. The legend stressed that the mechanic of the damaged tank said several times that he was not a mercenary, but a Bodenwasser. Serviceman. Entire crew is from one company. And the scout specified that while the German serviceman was being provided with first aid, he named his brigade and the place of its deployment. This here is the article's title that was published today, as you can see in the Russian news media. Special military operations in Ukraine. The Russian armed forces destroyed a Leopard tank with crewmen of German servicemen on board. Well, I tell you what, and the funny thing is, guys, is that, this is exactly what I was told, gosh, what, a year ago when they were talking about putting in those tanks to begin with, both the Abrams and the Leopard 2s, that it would actually be the country of origin. It'd be our own people operating those tanks. It would not be other people involved. It would actually be our own servicemen, just like in the Abrams. I was told by folks in Washington there was no way that they could train the Ukrainian military to be able to run an Abrams properly in a short amount of time, that our own military men would have to actually be on board those tanks there. And now, specifically, I was not told that about the Leopard 2 tank, but it was not surprising to find out, especially when they're talking about using depleted uranium shells in these tanks to strike at Russian targets. And of course, Russia is, in no small terms, has made it very clear what their retaliation would be in the event this type of event were to take place. And now we have exactly that. We have German troops in a German tank in Ukraine, one soldier allegedly captured by Russian forces, the rest of the men on board, all German, fighting in a Ukrainian war. You take that, you couple that with the hits over there on Crimea, the Russian Navy fleet there, the continuing bombardments there. This is going to spiral definitely out of control, and it's going to go global. Also, the FEMA engineer that I'd spoke with earlier, I didn't mention that in the broadcast we loaded just a few minutes ago, though, had also said that FEMA is speaking about, within their own ranks there, that there will be a first strike. It is believed by the government there's going to be a first strike by Russia on U.S. soil. And they're looking at that as sometime early next year, from what I understand. I was told a lot of things were going to change here by the end of the year. So we just want to keep you up to date on what's going on. And again, don't forget, over on our Patreon channel, just loaded some disclosures from FEMA there, what they're saying. That's an eye-opener and a shocker. Not something I didn't already know, but a shocker to hear it from them. So anyway, gosh, we haven't done this live in a long, long time. Of course, I don't want to be doing it with my phone. I'd rather set it up with the computer cameras and things like that. So I'll try to do that and go live a little bit more often with you guys there, especially with things happening so rapidly, so quickly. Also, we loaded a beautiful testimony on Patreon, too. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Some of that information will go public here to you guys as well. It's just some of the places I'm loading as of right now. And I am going, and like I said, I've been working on this issue with this binary system, getting some very good information together for you to share with you. That'll be over on Patreon to start with there. Maybe I'll load it up here as well later in the week. We'll just have to see which direction I go in that one there. Anyway, God bless you. Thank you for listening. Have a great evening.
Many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. May the wind be at your back, fortune touch your hand. May the cards lay out astray, all from your command. That's the way it is. That's the way. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Blue heron leaves the northern sky, and trust the journey to new heights. What's the meaning of this scar if we don't learn how to heal? Should we ever be apart, then how does it feel? That's the way it is. 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 Shine light into darkness. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. So many miles to walk. That's the way it is. So many things we've got to. That's the way.